That move is very intimidating looking, but it's not all that strong. Oh, now he's done.
How about that time? All right.
Wow, Locust squeezing that one out.
I am either winning or I'm learning. Locust.
We're going over how and what to improve on. How do we train effectively? I have actually had sessions very recently that people are coming to me and they're like, I'm not getting better. Why am I not getting better? I don't know how to get better. I don't know what to do. And this lesson is for these people. Let's say you're spacing amazing. Your movement, top notch. Always good. Always doing short hop, fast fall, falling aerials. Your movement is on par. But then you look, you're at last stock, they're at 2 stock. And you're like, I don't get it. But I practice movement every day. I practice edge guarding every day. I practice recovery every day. Have you worked on punishes? No. Because you don't think that that's important to work on. Have you worked on best out of shield options? Best out of shield mix-ups? Mix-ups in general? How to punish neutral? How to punish shields? I can keep on going and going, 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 going. And the answer, probably no. To go into what you need to find out, I have certain amount of replays that I look at. Mainly ones that are I barely win or I barely lose. Never ones that I go, or ones that I get my ass kicked. Because usually it's something pretty straightforward, most of the time. I go, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm spacing this incorrectly. Okay, I'm throwing out this option a little bit too much. Okay, I need to change my timings. Look at replays. Watch what you're struggling with, and take note. Do not just think about it. Just take notes, either on your phone, or on a notepad, or on paper, something. So you can see it. Not something you can think about and be like, oh yeah, I just gotta work on this move. No, that's lazy. That's lazy. If it is a fundamental, if it is something that is not mental, if it is something that is gameplay, it is going to be very easy to spot in replays. If you get janked by Zelda, if you just can't hit Cloud, if you keep on dying to Ganon at super low percents, watch the replay. Watch what is happening and what equals to that point. I keep on challenging his forward smash. He keeps on throwing it out. Congratulations. You just found the issue. And that took not even a minute. Man, I don't know how to punish Cloud's up B. Can you punish Cloud's up B? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I need to practice that. Boom. You know what you need to practice. You're done. Already went over step 1, the easy method. Looking over replays. The second one. Reflecting on your training. Is it just kind of, just like, I'm just going to practice on this. Finding a training schedule is really rough. It requires a lot of dedication and a lot of time and a lot of patience. If you expect to be pro level in 1 year, you better be practicing your ass off. Every single day, when I practice, when I train, I practice on something different. Mondays for me is usually movement and kill confirms. Tuesday is kill confirms and spacing. Wednesday is spacing / combo. 2 things in a row to see if I'm improving on it or not. What do you think you need to work on? Because probably you'll know if you work on spacing too much. Maybe you need to work on out of shield options, out of shield mix-ups. Maybe you need to work on mix-ups in general. If next week I play the same as this week, I need to train on something different. I need to practice on something different. But if next week I get worse, if I'm playing worse, what am I doing? Looking at replays. Seeing what I'm doing wrong. What options am I spamming? What options am I not spamming? When it comes to mentality, this is something harder. This is something much harder to practice. How do you work on mentality? It all depends on what you're trying to work. Do you get angry? Do you get frustrated? Do you get panicky? Nervousness used to be my kryptonite. I used to make really silly panic options but now it doesn't happen. With anger, it's because you don't accept what's happened. It's either you don't accept it or you're mad at yourself. It's actually crazy how much this lesson sounds like the first one, right? For mentality training, best 3 points. Finding what is your weak spot in your mentality. It could be losing in tournament. It could be playing in a certain matchup. It could be certain jank against certain characters. This is something that you need to find out and write it down. So, that's step 1, finding out what's our weak spot. Second, once we have found the weak spot, put yourself in that place. I like to play against the computers or against my friends, and I will go and SD the first stock. But now, it is a situation that I'm on the back foot. I would go to CEO, and I would money match people. Anyone. And I money match tons of different players. Why? Because when I got nervous, when something was on the line, I would play different. So after about the 4th money match, I was like, okay, I'm seeing now. 5th money match, 1. 6th money match, 1. 7th money match, 3-0'd him. 8th money match, 1. Because why? I got used to my mentality. I got used to what my body was doing, and I was counteracting the pressure. And then the third thing, accept advice. Accept, period. Just accept it. If you lose, that's it. You might have gotten outplayed. You might have gotten janked. It doesn't matter. When that screen says, game, it's over. If you care so much that it destroys your mental state, reflect on it. We must be at peace with the game. Accept that's how the game is. If we don't do that, none of this matters. This whole lesson doesn't matter. If we want to get good at something, why would we want to change it? I've talked about this before in my mentality. The game is how the game is. The servers are how the servers are. The characters are how they are. The only thing that might change, there might be a little character tweaks every now and then. There might be a little server tweaks every now and then, but the game is not going to become Melee next week. The game is not going to become Tekken next week. You guys, if you don't want to play competitive Smash, I can tell the people that will really want it and the people that won't. The people that will listen to criticisms instead of shoving it away. People that will understand the game instead of comparing it to other games. That sounds very familiar to the first lesson. None of our dads are Sakurai.